Welcome back everyone to Tater Tanks. Today I am playing the ISU-152 on the map Steps. So this is a pretty good snipey map as long as you can have a decent accuracy on your tank. ISU-152 doesn't necessarily have great accuracy, but it makes up for that with a really big gun for tier 8. And that's coming out very handy in this tier 9 matchup. So just like that, we're at 633 damage. We're going to try to get a few more shots in here, but doesn't penetrate, doesn't connect. And now we're just going to sit back and do a little bit of waiting. We got a really long reload as well, something like 14 seconds. I do get that blind shot in, which is always a satisfying thing to do with a big gun like this, and all the way from the back. So we're just going to try to support all of these guys pushing up. Unfortunately, my reload was not ready for that XM57, I think it was. But we're doing pretty good already with 1300 damage. The big gun on here makes a massive difference, I will say. I played this for a while with the lower guns, the derp gun, and then the smaller gun. And putting the big gun on makes it a lot more enjoyable and a lot easier to hit your damage targets overall. Just snuck in a shot there on the turret of that DZT, but obviously it didn't penetrate. He's got some really weird armor, and it's unlucky sometimes, but that's okay. Still got quite a few shells left. We're ready to do some more. Overall, pretty even matchup so far. It looks like they're a little bit heavier on the heavy tank side of the map, F1, G1 there. A little bit of an uneven matchup there with our heavies, but not too bad. And here it's always just a bit of a waiting peekaboo season on this side of the map, waiting for someone to make a mistake and just pummel them for it. This was a pretty interesting game the way it turned out, but you'll see in a moment what I mean. But we're up 3-1 now, so it looks like they got rid of that EBR-90 that was trying to flank our heavies. But right now I'm kind of unsure of what to do. I want to stay here and support, but no one is poking out enough for me to get any shots in. So obviously, just as I blind fire, someone gets spotted, right? That's always how it works. But I was kind of bored. I figured, that's a pretty typical spot to try out, so may as well. And now I am seeing a bit more. Just missed that shot over the Barask. Again, the outline on the enemy tanks isn't always showing up in the replay capture, unfortunately, but that's just how it is. And now you can see that uneven duel on the heavy side is going in their favor. So we've got only one heavy tank left on the far side, so I'm going to turn around here and try to support a little bit. And I can see more of our team is falling back to help out that heavy side, which is good. People are paying attention to the minimap. Maybe not quite fast enough. I maybe should have gone that way, but I have 0 armor and a long reload. So I decided to stay here. And I'm pretty slow. So staying in the back close to our base, snipey mode, is what I know best to do with this tank at this point, especially in a tier 9 matchup. Just got blind fired there, and luckily I bounced. But I'm guessing I'm going to be blind fired again, so I will fall back into these bushes a little bit and wait for those heavies to push over. Now everyone fell back, which is unfortunate because we could have kept on putting pressure on the right side of the minimap. Now all we have there is the concept. I'm going to see if I can help out here a little bit. Oh, just as I fire, he dies. But now I'm spotted, so I got to fall all the way back down. to stay out of harm's way. And yeah, this is where it kind of gets weird. It's 7-8 now, and we were up 3-1 before. So now we've got to play defense and try to get this map or this matchup back into our favor. I'm going to fall back into a different position. I don't want to be completely typical and... Oh, what's the word? Yeah, I forget what the word is. I don't want them to know exactly what I'm doing, so I'm going to fall back into a different position. But now, of course, I'm spotted, so that was useless. Predictable. Haha, I figured it out. I'm smart. I don't want to be completely predictable, so I went to a different spot. That didn't work, so now I'm going to do it again. I'm a little bit worried about them pushing around from where we had an advantage before until everyone fell back. So I'm going to point the opposite direction, seeing as how much support we have going up against our base there. And looks like the Batchat and the Concept have a similar idea, which is too bad because I was kind of relying on at least one of them staying there to defend the base. But if they've moved up that far and haven't spotted anything, then I will move up a bit too. Somewhere where I can hopefully get some shots in on our base and take care of supporting our tankers going down the zero line. My main goal now is to get out of spotting distance from those heavies. You can see I'm just in the maximum spotting range, so I'm going to keep pushing out just like this. Put down some trees, and hopefully I have some shots. Now it's going back in our favor, 9-9. Taking care of that push a little bit. But the 50-120 is the only tank I had shots on before because of this hill in the way. So I realized I'm going to have to change my strategy here a little bit and relocate. Our Batchat and Concept have made a good push into the enemy base, which is a very, I think was a great play. And it's up to us now to defend this push from these 3 or 4 heavies that stayed behind the tracks. So from here, I'm out wide in the open, but no one is close enough to spot me really. And I can get shots in on these heavies as they get spotted, which is the angle I was looking for before. I just had to get away from behind that hill. Just like that. That's what I like to see. Brings me up to almost 2,000 damage. I blocked 1,000, which is very unusual in the ISU-152. But hey, I'll take it. And that's a beautiful roll there as well. Almost 100 damage over average. 849. This is turning out to be a beautiful game for me. And it's up 12 to 11 now instead of tilting in their favor. 50-120 fell all the way back to defend their base. So yeah, there's been a lot of back and forth on this game. And just a very weird tank placement, actually. I've never actually seen a game pan out this way where, on this map at least, where we're both in each other's bases. Yeah, the positioning really threw me off here. And there's one blind shot, blind kill. That brings me up to 2, and there's some unspotted damage there, I think. But now we've got 2 tanks left. Not a whole lot of hit points, but we're going to do our best to get these guys. And there was a bit more HP left, but it got taken out before I could take a shot. Get the kill. 1 guy left, just on a 10-second reload still. So, but yeah, that's the game. 14-11, 1 guy left. We're on their base. So I'm going to take another blind fire here and through the tracks into his turret or into his hull, and that is the game. Very happy with it. It's always satisfying to get those blind kills. But yeah, that's my first class in the tank. We did 3.5k damage almost. Second in damage, second in XP. That Concept 1B played great. Let me know in the comments what you think of the ISU-152. Thank you all for watching, and we will see you all in the next one.